Hello and welcome to another LEGO real-time live set build of model 10221, the Executor class Star Destroyer, Super Star Destroyer, the flagship of the fleet. I am Chris. I'm going to be doing this video today, show how long it takes and what it takes to put this set together. The first video showed basically the floor plan of it, I guess you could call it, the bottom of the ship. The ship equals out to 52 inches long when it's all said and done. Welcome to VadersNewEmpire.com or my YouTube channel, Vader's New Empire. I have not come up with I used to say welcome Star Travelers, but my daughter said that was corny, so I'm trying something new. Welcome my fellow Star Wars LEGO enthusiasts and LEGO builders and anything in between. Today will be the second bag for the set, and the second bag has quite a few pieces. As I zoom out, you'll see I have a sort of a lighting problem today. For some reason the lighting in my back porch here is awkward. So I got kind of a blurry effect going on the screen, but nonetheless it should be an interesting build today. Trying to keep these videos under an hour, so without any further hesitation I'll go ahead and get started. This is like the skeleton of the set, pretty much. This is pretty much just the spine, as you would call it, for the whole set. Is what is really rigid in the whole thing. I got Darth Vader here overseeing the construction phase. Of course, I think this is the Darth Vader. Yeah, this is the Darth Vader from the Emperor Palpatine shuttle. He's got his volcano scarred face, and he's going to be overseeing things. If I can get him to stand up. I did not sort through every little piece. As you can see, I still have a box of pieces here. I would zoom down to it. I don't have the autofocus going with my camera. I had problems with it. My model 10178 set, I think kept focusing in and out. So if you want a close-up shot, I got to bring it up close. Or I can zoom down, but I find it just easier to bring it right up to you. These are just a lot of axles, a lot of flat pieces, things that probably would have rolled off the table, but easily accessible. I've got a lot of the other parts laid out, all the big parts. If I pan over to the right here, you can see a lot of the stuff is a lot of big pieces, you know. So I had to pull them out. But as you can see in the set, that there's a lot of colors in there. I got greens, I got yellows, I got whites, grays, dark grays, blacks, tan, red, you name it. Different kind of pieces make up this part. So without any delay, I will get started on this. And like I said, I didn't break out the axle pieces, so bear with me on when I try to find the pieces in there. Plus, you know, everybody loves the sound of that, or at least I do. That gets me excited to build. Alright, let's get going on this. See if any pieces will roll off the table, which I hope they don't. I've been losing pieces off. I have yet to level my table. It is, oh, there it goes. Not a very level table, and I don't get a chance to come out here very often anymore. My job is very time consuming now. I've got a new job, building a new building for Northrop Grumman, and they make everything from airplanes to everything else in the world. And most of my time has been on that lately, so I've not been able to blog or put any of my sets together. This is actually 2 weeks after the last set build with my daughter. Elise was with me. She didn't say very much, but she was with me nonetheless. And I had fun just having some time with her building these sets. Oh, there it goes. You would think I'd pause it and level the table, but I'm just a little bit on the lazy side today. So that's alright though. It's a good day to be lazy. It's nice. It's probably in the 70s right now out here. I'm on my back porch again, as usual. You might hear some planes flying around today. I think they're out there parachuting out of them planes again, which I think is a little bit crazy, but everybody's got to have a hobby, I guess. Got the birds chirping in the background, very peaceful. Hopefully the dog doesn't bark today. Alright, this part that I'm building here, this gets to be extremely long, and this is the second time I've actually put this set together, so it's like I'm putting it together all over for the first time. Kind of exciting. So far so good. What do you think? Let me zoom down to a level where everybody can see what I'm doing. You've seen the parts and pieces out there. I'm still learning the camera, as you can see. It's a good camera. It just I don't work with it every day, so I'm still learning its little ins and outs. That's right. I'm always tinkering or exploring or doing something with anything. I would share videos on my other YouTube channel that I have for what I do at the job, but we are not allowed to take pictures or videos on the job I'm on, so it's a government thing. But yes, I am a union electrician. I've been doing it for over 20 years. I do mostly commercial and industrial buildings and launch pads, and you name it, I've been on it. So I'm no stranger to building anything. Everything I build is custom built by me. I bend a lot of conduit, do a lot of everything actually, but let me get this mouse out of the way. Alright, moving right along. This is a pretty big book. It is a 221 page book, and I'm still not sure if that's where the 221 comes from the set number. It could be. I'm thinking it is. If not, it's a strange coincidence that they have 221 pages in set 10221. Alright, getting right along here. So I don't lose track of what I'm doing. And like I said, I'm trying to keep these videos to under an hour if I can help it. The last video I shot was a little over an hour. Don't recall why it took so long, but it's probably just because of the parts and pieces, and you know how it goes. Get lost in the build. I don't really care how long it really takes. I just in case I ever lose sound, I have the ability to find music for my set builds, which I still don't like to do. And if I had it my way, I'd play Star Wars music, of course. But like I've said in other videos, that costs a little bit of money to do that, and buy the rights to their music. A lot of people do a lot of dubbing and let me see if I'm not losing track here in the set. They remix the song so it sounds a little different, and so YouTube does not ban their video, which YouTube will do. It's just a copyright infringement thing. And if you're too young to understand what that means, it just means you're not allowed to use someone else's music without their permission. So, and I don't want use anybody's stuff without their permission. Better get my mouse out of the way, or see things happening with that. Alright, I will zoom out here pretty soon because it's getting long, but you can pretty much see the first steps are just getting the length of this going. It's pretty much the same thing over and over and over until it gets to the right length. I'm not sure if my head's getting in the way. I had some lighting issues with my camera here. It's morning time in sunny Florida. And I get this bluish haze like light coming through the screen over here outside. Alright. Getting to the length of it here. But yeah, I got this blue haze coming through the window, and it's creating the strangest light back here. I had to mess with the lights, and because I got 4 lights all around me. Usually I have another one behind me, but I did not set that one. That one I use mostly at night when the lighting is really terrible out here. Alright, let's see. 2 of these. But the lighting is fine for right now. Just give me a strange haze. I guess you could call it a haze. Alright, and these might be a little bit harder to find for me. Sorry about the digging, but I think it might be easier for me this way. There ain't too many parts in this bin right now. More pins and round pieces. I got some of these flat hinged pieces that they're just I got one that's broken in there, and I gotta really be careful because I can't just run down to Lego and buy those, and it'll probably take me a few days to get that part back from if I ordered it online. Let's see, am I getting this right? I gotta make sure I get this right, because if not, these things are a bear to pop out. Alright, I think I'm getting them right. I'm gonna look back at it real quick one more time to see if I got that in the right spot. There. Yep. Okay, that's right. So far everything's good. I'm gonna zoom out just a bit here so you can see the length of it. Whoa. Okay. Got some kind of lag going on my computer and video like normal, and kind of throws me a little bit. Okay, I have to bring down the base and stick this in there. I had forgotten I needed to do that, but that's right, I got it handy right over here, up away from all the cats. Alright, remember this piece? I would have to zoom out completely for you to see the entire thing. And so I don't mess this up, let me look it over real quick to see if I got everything where it's supposed to be. I got not enough table for this model. I told you it's a big set. Okay, it's pretty self-explanatory where this goes because it just fits in there. Alright, I'm gonna kind of drag this off camera real quick and stick it all together, just so I can get all the pieces and parts on there right. And I'll return it back to the camera here in a second. Just want to make sure everything snaps into place. When you hear it snap in, you know you're good. A little shaky today. I'm a little nervous about putting this set together because it just It's one of those sets I don't want to get wrong. Make sure everything's snapped on there good. I forgot how long this model was. I mean, just the sheer length of building this thing. Wow. Okay. I forgot how big this thing was. And now I just have to find a way to have the manual, the pieces, and the set all in one area. So bear with me for a second as I move some pieces. You might see my head getting away, but that's all part of it, you know. Let me move some pieces out of the way here. Oh, excuse me. Was out late last night watching the Mardi Gras Festival in Cocoa Beach. A lot of barbecue going on out there. A lot of noise, a lot of people. Alright, just trying to get everything out of the way so I can lay the set down and be able to look at the manual at the same time. Okay. Let's see if this is going to be doable. Yeah, I just ran over the mouse. Hopefully I didn't stop the recording. Nope. Alright, good deal. Alright. This is pretty much just start snapping pieces on at this point. And got a lot of colorful pieces. 2 of these, 2 of those, 3 of these. Just trying to get all the pieces out that I need. So it makes it so much easier if you know what you got to work with. One more of those. 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of those. 2 of these. I have to grab the box here. 1 of those and 2 of these. And believe it or not, I have not yet finished organizing all my pieces. This is bag 4. It's mostly the stands for the set. I'm already up on bag 5. I'm starting to sort through. It's a long process. It's not something that takes overnight. There's a lot of pieces to go through. Good thing I have them all. I just got to start sorting them out and find out what I need for each next step. I'm going to jump over here real quick. I try to work from one end of the model to the next whenever I build these. But sometimes I miss a piece or two and have to go back and stick it in there, but it's okay. It's the fun of it. Alright. There's that airplane. He's the craziest pilot I've ever seen in these areas. When he comes down and lands at this airport over here is dive bomber. I swear, you gotta be a good pilot. There it is. You can hear him fly right over. Yeah, I live right next to a little small airport. Kind of makes you kind of weirded out when you hear them planes come in for landing. You don't know if they're going to land on your house or not. I would hope they don't, but there's always that weird possibility. Okay. In case you ever see a video and I suddenly leave the scene in the major quick way and my recording's still running. That's because I'm running out of the back porch. In case the plane comes down. I would hope it doesn't, but there's always that weird chance. Alright. Pretty soon we'll be able to get this part of the model out of the way, as there's some parts coming up that I won't need this in my way. Those. One of those. One of those. That. And grab one of these. Hopefully everybody can see the pieces I'm pulling out here. Yeah, I think this video might be over an hour, just because it's taking so long to see all the pieces here in the model. And I remember taking this set apart, which my last time I moved, I had to stick everything in boxes, and I didn't fully take apart the set. It was in pieces in the box. And when I was taking it apart just to organize the pieces for the set video, there was a part of it I could not pull apart, and I couldn't figure out why. And now I'm starting to remember how pieces lock together in this set from when I first built it. And there's a part that kind of locks everything in, and that's why I had such a hard time pulling it apart, so that it does hold together well. Alright, let's see here. I don't want to get lost in this set here. I'm trying not to cover anything with my hands so you can see fully what I'm doing. And if I do, I apologize. It is long. It's getting to the point where you almost can't fit the whole thing into the view. I mean, I can pull the video out. Maybe I could pull the video out one more step. If I zoom it out too far, I lose my pan and tilt and abilities. And right now I'm recording at 480. It's the only resolution I can really use where I can zoom in and out, and you can see real down into it. The last video I shot at 720 resolution, and that just gave me a nicer, larger view of it, but I had no real big time zoom capabilities. Okay, now I can pull this part out of the way for now. As you can see, it's getting colorful, it's getting bright. I'll give you some close-ups over here. Nice. I'll move this out of the way. Hopefully the cat doesn't think that's a perch. Alright. This is pretty much, well, you'll see. It all goes together. Let's see, let me gather some parts out here. I had to go through, and if you notice, I got check marks next to all my little steps. Let me zoom back down. Sorry about all the zooming here, but alright, let me get into focus here, or into view here. I got little check marks next to everything. That just made me verify that I've got that piece, and you know, I got all the pieces I need. I'm gonna have to bring this box over here because there's a lot of little pieces in this part. Okay, two of these. These are pretty long pieces for Lego. This part pretty much goes down the side and gives the diagonal look to the set. and I do have a broken piece, and I'm hoping it works for me. Hopefully it doesn't give me any problems. I didn't realize it was broken until I started pulling the set apart, and I'm not sure if I'm the one that broke it or if it just got broke just being stored in the box it was in. This manual is huge. Alright, I'll try to pull the pieces out before I start putting them together. That way I don't get lost in what I'm doing and that kind of thing. And so you can see exactly what it takes to, what parts and pieces are going into it. Alright. So far, so good. Now I'm going to have to zoom back out because it's going to be long, just like the set. It's a long part. Well, I hope everybody's having a great week or weekend. Pretty soon I might be working 7 days a week, maybe all the way up till June. So it's kind of, I hope we don't. I like making that kind of money, but it takes away from my set building time and my blog, and I really like writing. I'm just kind of in a writer block right now. I can't really think of things to write about. I'm not having anybody give me any ideas. When I'm kind of stumped like that, I'm kind of looking for some ideas what to talk about. I do have a couple of new things planned for my website. I just have not gotten around to getting them accomplished. One being my minifigures. I got lots of minifigs, and I plan on doing where you can see them, and I'll discuss when they came out, what sets they came with, and of course there'll be all the sets that I own. I'm not about to show anything I don't own. That way I really can't give you too much background on it. And buying those minifigs, some of them wind up costing me a lot of money down the road. Alright, we're getting longer and longer here. I'm going to have to zoom out so you can see this puppy. I'll just zoom out just a little bit. Well, maybe a lot. There's the end of it, and there's the end, so. Alright. Enough of that. Just get on with the video. It's been a while since I did one of these videos, so. Oh, check that out. What did I do here? Oh, yeah. This actually. See, there I go talking too much and not paying attention. It goes like that. This little piece there. But I'm having fun. That's the whole idea, have fun. Alright. Hopefully I'll wait and probably put the broken piece in last, unless I've stuck it together and it's holding together and I don't realize it until I've already got it in, which would be a wonderful thing, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to work that way. I haven't seen the broken piece yet. All I did was where it hinges together, one of the little pieces broke out of it. I mean, it's a tiny little piece of plastic. So the possibility of things breaking is, it's there. It's one of those things. It's Lego. Alright. Move this piece over here. I gotta watch what I'm doing. Okay. Let's see, there you go, all the way down to here. Sorry if I'm blocking the pictures, but or what I'm doing. Just want to make sure I get everything in there right. Okay. Allergy season is upon us. I don't know about your part of the world where you live or what your weather's like, but ours is probably going to stay warm for a while, and that's when the allergy season for me pops out. Get a lot of pollen in these backwoods. I got nothing but woods behind me. There's a school way back there, but it's way back there. A lot of trees. Okay, getting right along. There's another side of this that we're going to be building the same thing. I should really stop the video and then continue on after I built it. Might cut down on some time, which I probably would wind up doing. Make this part a two-part because we're up on half hour of the video. I don't want to bore people. It's a long process to build this set. Let's see. Let's make sure I got all the right pieces and parts. Still looking for that piece that broke. I have not used it yet, and I would know if I flipped these over. Nope, it's nowhere in there yet. Okay, this and that. Goes like this. Oh. Make sure I'm doing this right. Was there two of those? No, I got this wrong. Or do I? Did it call for two? No, it called for one. Oh, I'm on the wrong step. You see that? Actually, this one goes here. I was covering this up. I couldn't see what I was doing here. This goes here. So I mean, you gotta be real careful so you don't skip a step. We're getting there. Now I notice there's one thing I'm missing here. I'm not sure if it's on the next page or what here. Did I miss something? Oh yeah, here it is. Normally they don't do that. Normally whatever you see on that page is here, so if you miss a piece, look back and see if everything's correct. Alright, we got everything the way it's supposed to be. Better look over it, make sure you got everything right. As you can see, I have to move it across the screen so you can see the whole thing. Yeah, I'll make this a two-part video. Gives me a little break on the voice, and I can start losing my voice by talking too much. Okay. I sprayed my chair so it doesn't squeak. That's the one good thing I got today. No squeaky chair. This stuff works great on anything. PB Blaster. Rocking my chair, and it doesn't, well, other than its old age, it's going to squeak a little bit, but for the most part it does pretty good for fixing squeaky parts. And no, I don't have an endorsement from PB Blaster to show their product and advertise it, but I want to tell you what works for me. And that works for me. It's awesome for vehicles. I actually stopped my fiance's car from squeaking. See, I got this one wrong. This is that part I couldn't see before. Now I can. Alright. Yeah, I actually got the whole front end of the car to stop squeaking by spraying that stuff underneath it. Worked pretty good. This is actually where I should, on the next one, I'll probably stick one of those, that broken piece into something like this, just because once it locks into place, it doesn't move too much. Like you'll see later on in the set, it doesn't really, it doesn't function. It just pretty much a way of locking into another part on the set. Alright, got a lot of these in this set. I think this where all kind of starts to tie together. Makes it kind of rigid, you know. Okay, got lots of these coming up here. There's 12 of those. Is that what I just read? 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 marvelous, whatever they are. Everybody remember the count from Sesame Street? I think it was Sesame Street, yeah. Used to love the count. Alright. Let's get this right. That goes there. Skip 2. This holds in those pieces. And I don't quite remember what these go. I think these actually are what the side top part hooks to, and so you can angle it. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Like I say, it's been a while since I built this set, so I could be wrong about it. Now I'm seeing something I don't quite understand. It's like, how did I get this wrong? You see it? Do you see it? I do. I got something terribly wrong here. I'm not quite sure why. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got that up to there right. That. Oh. Yeah. There we go for counting. Count the 2 space there. All it takes is just one little part to be out of place, and it messes up everything. Space. And then this. It's important to get your spacing right. That's for sure. All it takes is one step, and you'll get way down the model and turn around and start pulling pieces off. I've done that on a few of these videos. So no one's perfect. People make mistakes, and especially building with these Legos, all it takes is keeping your eye off the set for 1 or 2 times, and next thing you know, you got mistakes. Okay. Alright. And then you call for 3 of these. Oh. Yeah, I think on the next side of this I'll make it into a different video. We're already cruising up on 40 minutes so far, and you can see how long this is. But you see how long it takes to build this, so you know the other one will take roughly the same amount of time. I won't have to explain what I'm doing. I can just cruise right along, listen to music or something, build it. Let's see, there's 6, 8, 12 of those. Oh, and one little red one. There we go. Alright, this goes at the very end. Yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. I don't miss any steps. There we go. Trying to slide this all into down the line as you look at it. It's pretty much the same thing over and over and over again. But don't, you know, when it does that, if you've built enough of these things, you know they'll throw a little change in there every once in a while to see if you're paying attention. I think they do that. Okay, it's coming right along. See, it just flows right on through. I'll bring it up closer so I don't have to zoom it down. You can see it. It's pretty long, ain't it? But you can see where it's going, you know. You'll see how it all ties together. Alright, let me grab. Yeah, I should have pulled all the pieces out and separated them, but I just did not have the table space for it. So I have to do it the old-fashioned way and dig for them. But that's okay, that's okay. Not really digging too much. The very first one of these sets I put together, on real-time build, I think I went through and was trying to pull all the pieces out as I was. I think it was the Jedi Starfighter. This is the first one I started with, and I really didn't know what to expect when I built the model. And I was sitting there pulling pieces out of a main pile. I thought, for some reason in my head, I thought that would be sufficient, but wound up taking way too long. 8, 10, 11. Okay. Took up way too much time to build that set like that, so that's why I try to stay away from doing that, just for time reasons. As you can tell, nothing's going to get stuck on top of that. Alright. Okay. Try not to get lost in the set here. Make sure I get everything right. Okay. That's where one of these come into play. Some more of these. Now I'm missing something here. Okay, it's at the very end. Phew. See the panic going in me already. Alright. These get put together by this. There's a lot of this going on in this set. There are a ton of these. A ton of them. It's just pretty much decoration at this point in the game. I don't believe they had any, I don't believe anything hinges off them. Okay. Here we go. It tells us to close this up a little bit. Not all the way. You gotta really look at each step as it goes. Let's just close it up almost all the way. This one not so much. This one back against there like so. They're not closed all the way. This one's a little bit of a weird angle. I try to do it, you know, as it shows, because everything clips on for a reason the way it does. Okay, that's slightly open, and this one's slightly back. Okay, time to flip the page, grab the main part of the set out, and go to sticking it on there. Hopefully the cat does not think it's time to jump on my set here, because he's eyeballing me. Okay, now I can see where it's doing what it's doing. Pretty much these here are running the same angle, and these are running the same angle as well. It's so this fits on there like this. I can see how it kind of goes on right now. Let's see. Okay, this goes back here. Okay, that goes there. It's over there. Oh man, talk about, this is probably how that piece broke when I was pulling it apart. If my head gets in the way, it's better than me breaking a piece here. Okay, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I don't know if that... No, that's all flat. So that's the only parts that stick on, are these pieces that went and angled. And let me tell you now, it is getting heavy for what's not on it so far. It's a heavy set. As you can see going down the side of it, it pretty much lines up. Isn't that cool? Lined right up with it. I just love Legos the way it does that. You can see it's crooked on the set, but everything lines up. That's pretty. Now I believe the next side is the same ones. Yep, it is the same thing. So this being 48 minutes so far into this, I'll go ahead and build the other side of that right there, and he'll get stuck on this side right there, and then we'll start shooting the other video for the rest of this set. For the rest of this bag. So far it's looking pretty nice. This is the nice big set 10221. Right now I believe I think they still sell them, and I think they're dropped in price down to about $400. There's no moving parts in it. There's one part that picks off in the middle. It's like, so you can see the control module or control center or whatever for the Imperial shuttle. But thanks for stopping by VadersNewEmpire.com or my YouTube channel Vader's New Empire, and checking out the real-time Lego set build, model 10221. And I will see you on the next video, and then we'll have those other side complete, and we'll continue on with bag 2. Thanks for stopping by. Drop any comments you like. Tell your friends about me. I'm not doing this on a daily basis, but hopefully one day I will. But until then, thanks for stopping by, and have a wonderful day. See you on the next video.